First off, congratulations on that performance. How are you feeling after that tough fight out there?
It was definitely a good fight. I needed to prove myself that I should trust my striking, what I've been working a lot on. Feels good, you know. I'm looking forward for my next fights here in the UFC.
And it looks like your counter striking was really good too. It looked like her game plan was definitely to try to drive forward and try to control the cage, but you were doing a really good job of kind of waiting for your moments. Did you expect that was how she was going to come out with the game plan? And was the counter strike a big part of what the game plan was?
Yes, not so much as the counter. The counter is more part of one of my good abilities of like answer right away, you know. We definitely work on letting her pressure, you know, because that's where she makes a lot of mistakes. She doesn't have the best footwork. It was not very accurate. I was also trying to listen a lot to her corners and gave me a better understanding what I was gonna do.
I was going to say, yeah, her corner, I don't think, stopped talking the whole time. So I guess it makes sense since you could understand what they were saying.
Yeah.
So you kind of knew what the game plan was the whole time.
Yeah, we kind of knew, you know. We figured out a few different ways through the camp. My coach is amazing, studying the details and, you know, all the things that we work to cover all the space to beat her anyways.
What was the game plan for her tonight that you guys came up with that you wanted to deploy out there?
We watch her fights, of course. It's available for everybody, you know. That's a business game. We definitely saw that I had a super velocity better than her, super speed, you know. She was a little bit slower, like very easy footwork to see it. Her coaches were trying to get in my mind a lot, and I was just using this to my benefit, to be honest, a lot. But in every aspect, even in the striking and then in the floor, you know, because she turns turtle all the time, and we knew that she was going to go to the single. So we covered all the space, and we would guarantee the win anyways, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say, you have to be pretty happy with your hands. You dropped her really good in the second round. Did that feel pretty good?
Yeah, I should have had trust more in my striking, you know. I was really happy. If it was a little bit more stronger, I think I would get a knockout for sure there. I should have just, keep going with the punch, you know. But it was good what happened anyways.
And when you got into the grappling exchanges, you looked very strong when you got her down to the ground, and then when you were in control, were you pretty happy with the ground game today?
Yes, definitely. I should have had to finish her in the first choke that we had in hold. I just couldn't put in more pressure. But then my coach called, and I heard him after a few times he called, and I trust the choke, and we will end up finishing her in the same choke that we were training in the whole camp.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Look, I couldn't tell if you were able to get. Was that just one arm that you were able to get, or were you able to lock that second arm up? Because it looked like she wasn't fighting it at first, and I thought you were going to get it, and then she eventually pulled a hand down, I thought.
Yeah, so she likes to, when she turtles, she likes to go to the single. So this first arm that she wraps around, she wraps really strong, and how her base in this arm. So we channel at the camp that if we take the leg around her arm, her elbow would be locked. And then I didn't grab my chin, but I took the back there, and I knew she would not able to open the elbow. So yes, it was almost one hand choke, and then I got the gable grip, and we finished the choke.
Incredible. What an incredible finish. I couldn't remember if I heard you right on the commentary in your post-fight interview. Did you say that was the biggest win of your career, or did you say maybe that was just a most important win? I couldn't remember what you actually said out there.
Thank you for asking this. This is a very important question. This is definitely one very important finish in the UFC, because I was with a contract of 4 fights here, and I was not able to get a submission. I'm 6-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion, you know. So this was definitely one of the things that it's very important, but it was important also to renew the contract.
Well, I would think that they definitely would after seeing that performance. And for somebody that finally getting a submission and have your hands, you know, looking so good, you seem to be fighting better than ever.
Yeah.
So I guess...
Thanks to my coach, Renato Rasta.
So I guess what's next for you right now? You're going to give yourself some time to rest and recover, or is it back in the gym training and getting the UFC on the phone and say, hey, let's get this contract sorted?
Yeah, I'll be waiting for Sean Shelby, Sean Shelby, Meek, to see if they will renew me. I'll be ready. I have no injury, I've been in camp since Contender. I never really stopped training as much, just taking the time that the doctor's telling me to do it, but not even, pretty much just a week to get the pain away and come back to the gym and keep focus and fixing the bad mistakes.
Congrats on your win tonight.
Thank you so much.
Well done tonight. Awesome performance. If we can circle back, obviously you got the last laugh because you won. But you said her team was saying stuff like just talking trash or trying to get in your head.
Not talking trash. They were not disrespectful. That's what I like about Brazilians. I understand that everybody's here to get your bread, and I respect this a lot. She was very respectful through the camp. We did talk some crap like in the interview, but it was very healthy. Nothing like, disrespectful. We're real martial artists. We don't enjoy this much, but you know what? If you play in this game, we go down this game. If you don't, we don't, But they were talking, she's walking wrong, and they were trying to get in my mind, but my mind is sharp. There's no way they were gonna get in my mind.
Oh, I love it. Obviously you showed what that probably didn't do anything because you got not only just the win, but you spoke about with Kenny, that finish, which was beautiful. A lot of us thought it was over in that second round, by the way. So what was the talks like in between 2 and 3 where they said, okay, get right back in the game. You almost had her, but she might be even more dangerous now. Might be going for crazy stuff, so stay focused, stay ready.
Yeah, I just trust more my striking, because for this fight, we're walking back a little bit to let her make a mistake because the footwork, But there was a time in the second round that I say, you know what, I'm stopping walking back. I'm gonna start to walk forward, and that's when she started to make even more mistakes, and that's how I was able to be better with my striking, and with the almost drop her, and I should just had trust my striking better.
But I love it because it's more that you can bring the next time around. It'll be something to work on for the next fight, and I love that you trusted yourself and your team, was able to say, you know what, you got this. Mm-hmm. Because once you let those hands go and those right hooks landed, that opened up the ground game. So she was like, oh, gotta go down here. Mm-hmm. The year's almost over. Obviously, we want to see you here as soon as possible, but what's 2026 look like? Are we trying to get into top 15, top 10, stay busy? If you give us a preview of what's down the road for you?
Well, as you see, I've been working a lot on my striking and fixing my jiu-jitsu to be a very good jiu-jitsu MMA. I definitely want to make up to my name, 6-time jiu-jitsu world champion. I'll be waiting for a call. It will depend really on my coach, but I would say I'll be ready for anything in December, in January. They can call me. I'll be done, and I definitely would like to fight the best 15, and go up after Mackenzie and Vienna open the gates for us. There is a lot to explore in this division. There is a lot of women in Brazilians to fight. There is a bunch of other American and Asian girls inside the division. So I'll be ready for anybody in this division. There's a lot of opportunity, and we are one of the most packed division, 115. So I think that I will not miss any opportunity to fight again. So far, I don't have any names, but I'll be down for any fight.
Excellent. And that was my next question, actually. Now that we had, Weili's moving up in 2 weeks, the division's wide open. Now we just crowned a new queen of 115. There's this excitement to where now there's, room for some new names. So maybe that'll be the next chapter also, to make your splash in the division, let everybody know, hey, I'm going to be a contender soon.
100%. Coming from Contender, me and the other girls, looking at this girl that I just fought, she fought a lot of girls in the division. She even was supposed to fight Mackenzie, but somehow they didn't fight, It was a cancel bout. And there we go. Mackenzie just won the bout, with against Vina, and she's a grappler, and opened the gates for us as well, And back in the day in Jiu-Jitsu, I fought Mackenzie. I was just a new upcoming brown belt. I fought in Abu Dhabi, and then we had like super fights, and why not, We came from the same world, and she definitely have big escalations, good titles. She's a very good fighter, and I wanted to congratulate her. Like, she's a big role model for all the ones in the division. We definitely want to be there where she is right now. That's that very good opportunity to fight many girls that division. And tonight there was 2 fights on my own division, so you see it. This is a very packed division, and there's many fights there to explore.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're part of that, and congratulations on the performance tonight. Well done.
I appreciate you guys.
I'm glad you brought up Mackenzie. I did want to get your thoughts on that performance on what I thought was a really fun fight. And do you think Mackenzie has the capability to hold onto that belt for a while, or do you think there's the potential that we could see a belt change again soon?
It's not really about Mackenzie, but I will say my opinion is, like, fighting for a long time, now MMA for 8 years, it's not hard to be a champion. It's hard to keep being a champion, okay? And you can watch all those other guys and girls in the division that defend the belts many times. It's hard to keep a belt, and there's many girls upcoming. And Mackenzie proved herself a lot in this division. She owns a lot of respect, but everybody has their eyes on the belt, Everybody wants to be there. I think she does have the capability, but it is a tough division, She didn't fight everybody that in this division. There's the China girl, the other China girl that in the division, I don't remember her name, but she fought Willie. She's a very good one for the contender of this bout. And there's other girls that are really tough in this division. I look forward to see Mackenzie defend the bout against those other tough girls that are longer than her, have a better striker, they have very good wrestling, chain wrestling, and I'm excited to watch those fights, to be honest. Thank you.